Hey y'all. Good morning. How we doing today? Hold on 1 minute. Oh. Good morning. Welcome to the Hush Room. I'm Gigi. It's that time, y'all. Quiet time. We got a lot to talk about. My girl is here with me. I'm gonna bring her up in a minute. Miss CEO. She know how it go. I'm gonna bring her up with us in a minute. We're gonna talk about a few things. It's Monday, April the 21st, 11:33. Hope you guys had a great weekend. There's a lot of things that happened over the weekend. And one of the main things that we talk about on this channel is basketball. Had a lot of occurrences and things like that. I don't know if you guys had your medication. You know, your wake and bake, however you want to categorize it. But I haven't. So we're gonna, take a moment and get our medication. How about that? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the show, share the channel, share the information. You don't have to share the thoughts, but you can definitely share the show. Alrighty then. Okay. Hope you guys had a great Easter. Got all your eggs and stuff. I don't know what you hunting eggs for. Them doggone eggs is almost $10 a carton for 12. And if you're trying to do healthy, you might as well, set aside $20 if you're trying to do the healthy thing. But hope you had a great Easter. Remember, what Easter is supposed to symbolize to some of us. So hope that was a great day for you guys. You ate good, safe, all of that. Okay? Let me get my girl up here. Miss Jackie.
Yep.
Hey, baby girl.
How you doing?
I'm all right. You know me. I always say I'm crazy, and I tell you before we get started, it ain't kind of conversation or relationship. I'm crazy. Thank you for coming and joining us this morning. Um, I know we said while we was planning this what we were going to discuss, but the first thing we want to talk about is this is Miss Jackie. I call her Jackie. That's my girl. We've been associated with each other for a long, long time. Okay, she done talked to me in and out the hospital.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been rolling for a minute. Cause you know why? 'Cause we keep it real. We keep it real. And I told you, like I said, I'm crazy. So if you can't deal with crazy, you don't want to be talking to me. But I do want to give her a shout out. She is the CEO, EEO, CFO of Gems and Jewels. Um, Veteran, good with them numbers, you know. So you want to say something about your product? She does have a jewelry store website. I don't know how you want to categorize it, and African American entrepreneur starting her own thing, doing her own thing. So Jackie, you want to give some details about how people can contact you, maybe get some money in your pockets.
You can either go through my website, which is paparazziaccessories.com /1097688. My picture will pop up. My name will pop up.
Hmm.
Um, Also, you can either shop on my Premiere. So it's shop.paparazzipremiere.com and /1097688. And that will also filter and show you my name and my picture.
Hmm.
Or you
Okay,
can
and
go through
also,
Constance and she'll get in touch with me.
no, I won't need it. Don't tell that lie. No, I got you, baby girl. You know I got you. We also got a new mascot for the Hush Room. He's laying on his back. His name is Mr. Bojangles. He's on the calendar. He was chosen for the calendar for what calendar is this? PetSmart or what calendar is this,
Actually,
Jackie?
it's called paw prints. So they were doing
Paul
calendars for
Prince.
your pets. They have one for
Mm-hmm.
dogs and one for cats. It's free. All they do is ask you to just send a picture in, and they choose from all the animals that they get to put on the calendar.
Mm-hmm. You can support in that manner, you guys. Once you contact Jackie, she can get you all the information how to maybe obtain your own copy. I got mine on the way. It's supposed to be, it's been on layaway for a minute. We still do the layaway around here. So it's been on layaway for a minute. My box is on the way. But his name is Mr. Bojangles. So that's gonna be our new mascot, uh, Jangles. We're gonna keep up with him, see what he's doing in his professional career, whether you know it or not. That that can produce some productive quarters and pennies in your life. You know. So and that's her pet. Jackie, tell him about Jangles.
Well, Connie named him Mr. Bojangles. When I got him,
Mm-hmm.
his name was Whitey, and she changed his name to Mr. Bojangles, and he's been stuck with Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Bojangles since I had him, which has
Mm-hmm.
been coming up on 5 years now. So
That,
He was a
That's my
feral cat.
Jangles.
Now he's a domestic cat. He's a he's one of the many. So um,
He's white. He's all white, you guys. And he walked. He got stride. He got vibe. Okay, so that's my Jangles. So we will be updating you on, and we will be tracking his career. Calendars could lead to, they got animals in movies now. They got animals in commercials now. So, you know, we'll see what the Lord gonna do. How about that? And also, her information as far as her Facebook contact information and store information will be, well, it is on the screen right now. Make sure you take note of that. Also, my contact information is rolling across the screen and it should be in the description box. So Jackie, let me do something. Jackie, let me do something real quick before we get started into what we wanted to discuss today, okay? Um, Jackie's also a veteran and she keeps up with military news and politics. Well, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Jackie, what you been singing over the weekend, over the month?
um,
Other than madness.
well, Trump getting rid of all the black history that's been dealing with the military, firing all the generals and stuff that's been sitting in these high positions. So he's pretty much trying to get rid of black people, period. And the Tuskegee Airmen and everything that's dealing with military.
And like I said, you guys, she is a veteran. She been over over them seas. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry, babe.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
So
Uh,
is he doing this through allegedly through some kind of bill? Is it the DEI?
he considers it DEI.
Mm.
Um, he's taken down um, Jackie Robinson from the Air Force page. Because Jackie Robinson served in the Air Force.
Hmm.
He took down Colin
I
Powell's
bet y'all didn't
picture.
know. I bet y'all didn't know Jackie was in the military, did you? Get educated today. Go ahead, babe.
He took down Colin Powell's picture. He took down Obama's picture. So he's
Through the
trying to make it
DEA,
where the black people doesn't exist.
through the DEA bill, allegedly.
The DEI, yeah.
DEI, yeah, DEA, NBA, NBA. Okay, through the DEI bill, he's eliminating African Americans from military history. Uh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm, okay. What else he going over there on Pennsylvania Avenue? It's supposed to
Uh,
be in the house that we didn't we build that house, if I'm not
Black
mistaken.
folks built it. Yes, they did.
Oh, okay, okay. Keep going, baby.
And now he's trying to build a military base along the border.
Which border?
The all the borders, one that's trying to keep everybody out, all the Hispanic people out.
So you talking about like Mexico, Canada?
Yeah,
Um.
he's starting on the Mexico side.
Oh, who gonna pay for that? We are. We gonna pay for that? Like we paying for this? Allegedly people getting shipped somewhere that they don't even know how to speak the language. This ain't where I came from.
Yep.
They getting sent to those places. So we allegedly gonna pay for that too?
Yes.
Man. Okay. I thought, is there a law? We can't do that.
No, you don't supposed to have military on domestic grounds like that. But he's not. He doesn't care. So they let him do what he wanted to do.
Okay. Okay. So, what about all this social services stuff and the benefits? Are they still dealing with that?
Right now they're going back after food stamps again. So they're trying to cut. They're trying to make it where you know people can't or children can't buy candy. You know, soda, something like that. They want them to eat healthy, but you
So they
have to
want to
real.
they want to
They
take all
want
the
it.
sugar
Well, they trying to
and the
block it so
treats.
you can't use it to buy that kind of stuff. So if you have people who's diabetic who buys candy on their food stamp card, they won't allow them to do so. But it hasn't went through yet, and I just bought my mom a big old bag of candy because she is diabetic.
Right. So now, allegedly, hush room, quiet time people, attendees, they finna regulate and dictate what you can eat off of. Huh? Is that what I'm hearing, Miss Jackie?
Yes, off of the food
That-
stamps.
Off of the food stamps. So you know, there's certain regulations that come with having that kind of privilege to pay with what they call it, the EBT card now. That ain't that what we
Yeah.
call it?
Yep.
Okay, so they finna regulate what you can buy on the EBT. Why all these acronyms is coming up all of a sudden? DEI, DEA, everybody. You know, but now you know, you can't buy cooked food supposedly with the EBT card, right?
Hot food.
Hot food, yeah, the hot food that's already like you can't go into Pizza Hut with the EBT card unless you got cash on there, but you can't pay with the food stamp benefit for at Pizza Hut, right?
Right.
Okay, so now they finna put in another rule that you can't buy no Oreos, no Ben and Jerry's, no Bubble Yum Yums, no what's them things, the fruit strips, no, you can't buy none of that. And that's
Yeah, they
easy.
trying, but they haven't passed it. They haven't passed it
Yeah,
yet, but they're trying to.
well, that's easy. I mean, just like they got that regulation of buying cooked food or hot food. It's just a couple of sentences. So, Lord have mercy. But what about? Let me ask you this, Jack, because I tell you every day when we talk, I don't be watching the news because they programming people's minds to make certain things normal. Like the shooting in Florida. God bless their soul. Be with the families. Like the shooting. We have not done anything about those situations,
And
and that was
nothing.
on that was on a college campus, right?
Yeah, FSU.
Come on now. You gonna break down the educational system, tear down the Department of Education, allegedly, and now you got people that can go, like they go into the range in the building. And this is not just elementary schools anymore or high school. You talking about your second level education. Hmm. What kind of sense does that make?
Well, I mean, he's not doing anything. You see what happened to Shapiro. They got burglarized. Their house was set on fire, and Trump never said anything.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I ain't trying to be, but We fighting about things that don't even matter while they while this deterioration of our economy, literally deterioration. I'm talking about a breakdown of our economy is going on while we fighting about you know nothing, nothing. People is breaking the law in our face. In our face. It ain't like we looking at the TV. You can go sit on Pennsylvania Avenue and see the disrespect for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And they telling you what they gonna do to you. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. Social Security, allegedly, the IRS, allegedly, huh? And ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing. That's crazy to me. I don't understand how we got here, Miss Jackie.
Well, it's because they voted him in, and the Supreme Court just let him do what he wanted to do. They gave him that his rope, they handed it to him, and they let him run with it.
But you got people in the hood going to the lockdown, getting the bracelets. You know what I'm saying? And this person that we referring to, that joker got 34 chapters. Mm, they got 34 chapters. But he telling us what he gonna do. And we wonder why the sports industry and the music industry is all jacked up because it's jacked up from the top. Ain't nobody they don't care about no law. Didn't he tell them to land their planes and they kept on going?
Yeah.
Like, man, I ain't listening to you. Get them jets in the air and get these people over there and make the United States of America citizens pay for this allegedly moving bodies around, literally. Huh? Yeah, hush room. We talking about some different stuff today. I'm gonna talk about basketball because somebody proposed to somebody over the weekend on the TV, and I think he said yes. But yeah, we talking about some different things today. I don't understand this. You gonna try to cut people's benefits off, and then you're gonna use the people's benefits that you cutting off. You're gonna use their taxes so you can fly bodies all around the world. Mhm. And that's supposed to be under the pretense of what? Deportation or something like that.
He just want to be a dictator, like his partner.
Like is that?
Say that.
Hmm. And I guess people just done got so upset and so tired. They just like, man, let him do whatever he gonna do. Ain't nothing we can do about it. And don't nobody want to take him nowhere. You know. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about as far as politics, economics, uh, anything like that? Black economics,
Just
anything
Delta
that?
burning
What
up.
about the Steelers? What about the Steelers? You heard it in the news. I know that's your team. She's a Tomlin lady. What's going on with the Steelers?
I'm praying that they just leave Aaron Rodgers alone.
He ain't made no decision yet, has he?
The Saints want him, and pretty much the Steeler fans was like, "Let him go to the Saints. Don't bring him over here."
At the same, okay, they got Derek Carr over there, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me see.
Yeah,
So you telling me Aaron Rodgers is the better fit for the Saints
you don't
than
want
Derek
him.
Carr? Yeah,
Well,
y'all do.
he need to be at home. That's where he need to be. But
Well, I was reading in the reports, and he is saying that retirement is still an option.
he's not trying to retire. He's trying to get one more check before he go.
Remember, I told you he did this the last time before he went to the Jets. Remember, he did this. This is the same. See, the Bible says ain't nothing new. They're using the same tricks. Let me see. Yeah, they got Derek Carr over there. He's the QB, and so oh no, he's probably gonna go to your team, Miss Jackie. I ain't trying to throw no salt in your game. I ain't trying to get you in a depressed mood where I have to come down to Georgia. But
Nah, it's already done. We trying to do the best of not letting them come, but it's gonna happen because
let me
nobody
see,
wants it.
don't nobody want him.
And the Steelers need to take heed to it. Nobody wants him, so that means let him go. That he needs to retire. Be a commentator. Sit up there with Tom Brady.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've been talking about this for a minute, and like I said, I was reading the reports over the weekend, and he was alluding, he was alluding, but that's just a type in his little game that he's playing. Just he tightened the reins now. I might
He's
just
trying to see
retire. Well,
who's
God,
gonna give him the most
give
money.
him the
That's
most
what he's
money.
trying to
Yeah,
do.
that's all that is. He did it last time, B, when he went to the Jets. He set out, to the last very minute, and it's like who gonna cave first. So, I can't say nothing about that because my team ain't doing too much better. I don't know what the Cowboys gonna do. It look like they don't went to sleep. They ain't woke up yet. So we just had to stay on the prayer line for our teams, okay?
It's a lot of praying.
A lot of prayer. I don't know what Tomlin is thinking. I don't know if he thinking he got another 10 years or what. I don't know. You know?
They better get it together because his fans gonna turn on him.
Yeah.
Hate to
How
say
many
it.
championships he got? He got one.
One.
And he got what? 15 years in, 20 years? How many
Yep.
years?
Something like that.
Something. Come on now. Okay. Well, that's what we wanted to do on the politics. You gonna hang around here with me? Cause now I'm finna go. You might have to calm me down here in the next few minutes. Cause now we finna talk about. We finna have a discussion, conversation, dialogue, panel debate about this. Excuse my language. This Monday morning, Holy Monday after Easter, but about this doggone basketball that I seem to have. I think I'm on the wrong page or something. Cause this this shit don't make no sense. Excuse me, Jack. I'm sorry, baby. You know how I
Oh, you
talk.
good. I know you.
Okay. And if you have any comments about this stuff, you would feel free to make any comments you feel, okay? But if you don't, I got you covered because I got a lot to say today. I got to take some more medication. Oh, I know one thing I wanted you to expound on. The pros and the cons of living in a community that has that H and that O. Hey.
HOA.
Uh-huh.
The
I know
HOA.
you don't have to be specific, but just we want to educate our people and let them know we ain't just talking about basketball. We females with some education. We do read books and we do know some laws and some calculations. Okay, I just want you to maybe expound on the pros and cons of living in a community that has the HOA. Okay.
You don't want to live here. You always try to find a place that doesn't have an HOA. If you're looking to buy a house, that'll be your best bet. Because
Let me let y'all know. Uh, she got about 5 or 6 of them bedrooms, dolo solo. So don't get it twisted. We're not talking about what we read in the book. We're talking about experience. Go ahead, Jackie. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's a hot mess if you live in an HOA. As regardless of where you live, you got that section that's still, which we call it the have-nots. So you got to deal with it.
And when you say deal with, what are we dealing with? Are we dealing with write-ups and
Personalities,
require? Oh
people
Lord.
that's not don't want to follow the rules of the HOA.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's a hot mess.
Mm-mm.
It's a
Stinking
headache.
gumbo. Yeah, stinking gumbo. And you paying for the service, right? You have to pay these
Yeah,
fees. Yeah.
you pay the
Okay. Good.
fees, but they
Continue.
don't want to follow the fees. They don't want their neighborhood to look nice. So
Uh,
they expect less of their neighborhood. I would say that.
mm. That sounds like a behavior that's rolling around our country. You know, just you don't have no respect for no rules. You gonna do what you want to do, say what you want to say, and just we can't have that. You want to live in that? Well, so the reason why I had her to say something about it is because we need to be educated in all areas. When you're looking for a place to live, you need to decide where you want to live in peace, okay? Because I don't think with the H and the O's, you don't live in peace. Is that right, Jackie? Huh? Don't get it twisted. Now, I had one of them. I lived in Fresno, California, in a little, mini mansion. The mayor was down the street. What was his name? But he was Bubba on the show, on the TV show. What was that? Bubba. He was the mayor at the time, and he lived three houses down. And they try to tell me what kind of flowers I could put out there, how tall like they out there with a measuring tape measuring my grass, Jackie. You can't have this color mailbox. You can't paint your house this color. While I'm paying the mortgage and the landscaping, and I'm paying for this, but you trying to regulate what I'm paying for? That sounds like a behavior all over our country. No. Mm. So please,
That's what they do.
when you, huh?
I said that's the way they taking it.
Yeah, and then you got all this inner, turmoil within the members. You looking at them, they looking at you, and they looking at each other. They want to fight while they in the board meeting. And you trying to get some resolution to this dummy uh, thing they done stuck on your door. you know. So, hush, family, quiet time. I just wanted to throw that little nugget out there. You know. So just be careful when you know there's a whole lot of money running in these streets. I mean, a lot of money running in these streets. And people are being blessed, and you got money. We need to think about how we gonna invest, cause we got 3.5 years. No, we got more than that. This is just what is this? April?
Yeah, almost over.
Okay, so we got 3 years and what, 8 months, 7 months? I don't know what. Just say 3.5 years to try to establish what we're gonna do as we ride through this madness coming off of Pennsylvania Avenue, allegedly. Okay, let me protect us. Allegedly. Okay.
For Easter, he had over what they said 35,000 eggs out there for them to have an Easter egg hunt.
Man, I wouldn't eat one egg coming off that plate where he's at. You don't know what's in there, man. You better not eat that stuff.
Thirty
Hmm.
thousand
Maybe that.
eggs.
Mm, mm, mm. On Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yep, out in that grass.
Did the kids show up?
They showed a picture of some running around through there,
You
but it
giving
wasn't
out
none of
eggs.
us.
Yeah, you giving out eggs while you allegedly destroy us with a DEI, a DUI, a DUI, a DEI. Mm-mm. Yeah, I said it. That's the problem. We see this stuff going on. We can fight about it. We can fuss about it. But I don't have a whole lot of resources like I did back in the day. I can write a letter. I can write a letter. Maybe get some resources, some networking going on. But it's just like we just collapsing, Jackie. I just don't like that. I don't like that. And I can't imagine how you feel being, connected to this country in a different kind of way. Huh? That ain't cool.
I'm ready for it to go
That
away.
ain't. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I know it's not going to go.
See, these are the issues we need to be debating about, okay? We need to be writing letters about. Because, I, I don't understand. And it upsets me that I'm not at a place where I was at one time in my, where I could maybe pick up the phone and say, hey, let's have a meeting. You know, let's have a meeting. What? You want me to make some potato salad? Come on over and have dinner. Because we need to establish some kind of which way did he go situation. Which way are we going? Man, please. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I ain't got that much strength, but I need to. We need to say something, do something. I don't know what to do, you know. But I know I'm tired of being quiet about it. I'm tired of avoiding people. Jackie, we
Hmm?
can't even go to Walmart. We can't even go to Walmart, baby.
Well, you
I
can't
used to
even
be.
go to you can't go to Canada no more either.
I used to
Uh,
be in California on the beach every weekend.
They
And when I
said
lived in California, I was in the Bay almost every day. I'd hop Gilroy, get that 101. Man, I'd be on Pier 39 with a cocktail. Man, please. I can't go outside without a mask, some gloves, some binoculars, some goggles. I got to have on my black cap that Monique fussed about because I'm afraid them chemicals gonna get in my scalp and turn my brain red. You know? You can't even eat in comfort anymore because you don't even know what you eat. They done told us the food is coming out of them silver tank things that look like missiles.
well,
Huh?
now they have it where if you go to Canada or even out of the country, for you to buy a burner phone because they're taking your electronics and they're going through your electronics. Yeah.
You ain't got to quarantine me, partner. Mm-hmm. Now they're gonna make it where you can't even go out the country. If you go out the country, you got to change your identity and all that kind of stuff. What do? Why is that information so important to you? What's in our phones? Huh? You already listening? Allegedly? Huh? I told you when you beat in on me when I was having a conversation with this young lady right here. I said, "Yeah, I know you're listening. You need to put in on the plan, man." They act like that they doing something that we don't know about. This they've been listening since before Martin Luther King was had a dream. They was listening because they was guiding the narrative. Then, am I wrong?
No.
They've
Oh,
been guiding the narratives from day one, from when
so
they slapped you on
they're
your behind.
they're going back as well because
Yeah,
now if you're married and your name don't match your birth certificate, you can't vote.
look at that. See, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Huh? But I don't know what I'm talking about. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. this DEI stuff, taking down folks, putting military bases where you want them to be, taking money, billions of dollars. This the son said you ain't the man, huh? How old is he? 9, 10, 4, 5?
Oh,
Huh?
Barry.
Yeah, how no, the one that said be quiet, you ain't the man. Oh,
Oh, Elon Musk's son.
well,
Um, I don't know. He looked about
let me
4.
see. Let me see.
He
How
looked
you
what he
gonna have
looked.
a how you gonna have a 4 year? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Huh? Let me see. We couldn't even when the grown folks were talking. We was in another room or after door when I was growing up. Some conversations is not for you. How you gonna have? Let me see how old this young man is.
Which he is one of
Here,
many.
see. Okay, here's one. It wasn't Kai. No, he got another one. He got a whole bunch of them. Damien, Saxon, Griffin.
He should be close to about 12, 13 kids, maybe 14.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, here it is. That's why he changed Twitter to X. He named it after his son, girl. Look at that. Thank you, Lord. The son's name that he changed the Twitter to X to, his name was AEA-12. I don't know what that is, but then when he registered his name is X. Huh? And then all of a sudden Twitter gonna get changed to what? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I just found that out just looking for the young man's age. They still ain't told me how old he is. And Elon's got 14 kids.
That he paid for.
Yeah. Oh, so he's 5. That's the one who told him you ain't the man no more. A 5-year-old on the TV in Pennsylvania Avenue. Huh? A 5-year-old? Okay. He just had another one. Yep, he just had another one. Okay. So, we said all of that to say this. It looks like there's a certain behavior that's going through our whole country, huh, Miss Jack?
Pretty much.
Hmm. Everybody getting paid but us. Hmm.
I like a conspiracy to me.
Sound like a brainwashing to me, a takeover. You know, see the thing about it, when you're in war, you don't. If you're not paying attention, you don't even know you being taken over. You being annihilated until you look up one day and say, "What in the world done happened? Did I wake up from a bad dream or something?" Huh? And that's across the board. That's with relationships, your job. You wake up and you done been on your job 15 years, and the last time you got anything from the company was vacation, and you worked for that. Huh? You've been in a relationship for 20 years, unsatisfied, upset, frustrated. You look at him or her and you be like, Lord, have mercy. Where you come from? Where you come from?
Mm-mm.
Cause you working, having babies, paying PG&E, paying your gas bill, your car notes, trying to get them Birkin bags and them Gucci's and all on the internet with the social medias, and 15 years and pass by and you be like, huh, what happened? Did I wake up or did you go to sleep? Which one is it? Either way, it's not a good thing. Huh? I'm sorry, y'all, but that's how we do it around here on the Hush Room. So let's talk about some basketball. Oh, and while we was on the last subject as far as relationships, I'm putting together another uh, after hours joint for grown folk. Okay, I'm working on the storyline. We're gonna be talking. I don't know. We need Jackie. We might need to get the credit card. They may have to pay. They may have to pay on the Patreon for the kind of subjects we're gonna be talking about. Okay, unfiltered, unfiltered. You know, BET used to have the after hours or something like that. I think it was the after hours, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna be on that kind of vibe. We're gonna talk about things. Um, that people go see the things we want to talk about. You'll go pay a therapist $200 an hour, but you won't, just you won't even talk to the person that you paying mortgage with. Huh? You need to go to therapy. And I'm not knocking therapy. Somebody has gotta have somebody to talk to, even if you need, man, it should be Jesus first. You know, but I want to have some conversation, Miss Jackie.
Hmm.
You know, I do. And it ain't because I got this kind of. I don't think I do. You might need to go. You might need to send the doctor over here to see me. I might be crazy, but people talk about stuff, and then you wondering why all these different behaviors is all in your brain, your mind, in your bones, in your. Every time you twitch, you feel like you just finna lose control. And then what does the therapist do? You talk to them for an hour and they give you a pill. Ain't no resolution, ain't no understanding, ain't no, connection. It's just like, yeah. So when did you realize that? You can have this conversation with yourself at the house. With a bottle of wine or some candles and with your spouse or your partner or yourself, come to reason with your own self. Would you rather go pay
One
somebody
thing.
$200? Yeah. You rather go pay somebody $200 an hour, $300 an hour, go by the pharmacy, stop by the 7-Eleven, and then, put some gas in your car because you got to go see that person again in about 3, 4 days. So, you got to be prepared with the gas. You don't want to run no gas, get home, take a shower, lay down, and then just look at the ceiling for the rest of the night. Take your pill. What kind of therapy is that? The book said, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So what you doing to your neighbor, whether it be down the street, round the corner, another country, another city, if whatever you doing to your neighbor is how you feel about yourself. Okay? Hmm. So those are the kind of conversations we want to have. Some intimate stuff that gives us some vision. I don't know about y'all. I got to be able to see. Huh? When it's raining, we do what? We turn on the windshield wiper so we can do what? So we can see. I have to be able to see. I can't be having all these questions. If you love me, if you don't love me, is you cheating or you're not cheating? When am I gonna get a raise? How many times I got to come in early and do your job and you expect me to do my job? Huh?
Oh,
Who this baby
wow.
dad? Yeah, who this baby dad is? I got to sneak around here and make sure this paperwork match up with that paperwork so I don't get caught. And then when you get caught, now everything's all out there in the air from your own decision because you don't know what you want. Yeah, sure. So we're gonna talk about those kind of things. Let's move on to some basketball. Jack, I want you to stick around for a minute. We might be here for a minute, okay?
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
yeah, you can stick around for a minute, but when I get to Mr. J Reed, you might want to drop on off and just take a break.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Okay, so Hush Room, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share. We're gonna switch topics. Hope you enjoyed the comments with this. Jack is the co-host. I mean, we started out together, um, so she will be around more often. Make sure you get in contact with her about her gems and jewels. Okay, and
We do
we
have
also got.
jewelry for men as well as children and as women.
So she's got a diverse collection. Okay, a very diverse collection. If you're looking for something for grandma, and I ain't throwing no shade, because you know when it's grandma's birthday, it's mama's birthday, your little niece, your nephew. She's diverse. All right, let's move on to some basketball. We want to start with the Eastern Conference. Do we know that when was day one over the weekend, you guys? I tried to keep up with it. I tried to keep up with it. But every time I keep changing games, I didn't know what I was looking at. Some the people was okay. Let's go. The Cavaliers and the Heat. Okay, is a series they played um yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they played yesterday. I think the Cavs came out with that one. So that's one series that we got going on. That's the number one seed and the number eight seed, Miami and the Cavaliers. All right, Boston and the Magic. Um, that's another series in the East. Boston's number two, Magic number seven. Um, mm, that's kind of saucy right there, you guys. If I'm not mistaken, Boston took that one. We also got the Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. Raise your hand, Mr. Wills. That's your team. Mm. All right. The Knicks is number three. The Pistons is number six, and the Knicks took that first one, if I'm not mistaken. And the last series in the East is the number four seed, which is the Pacers, and the number five seed, which is the Bucks. And the Pacers took that first game, you guys. I don't know what Giannis is gonna do. I know he's strong. Uh oh, Jack. I know he's strong,
I
but
know
I
how you
don't.
get.
You know how I get about my Giannis now. No, Doc Rivers, you better do something. Hmm. But the Pacers took that first game. All right, let's move on down to the Wild Wild West. Okay, we got the what? We got the Thunder, and they're in a series with the Grizzlies. I'm gonna say that for I got another conversation about this situation right here. But the Thunder took the first one. Okay, they was I don't want to put them in the same category as Jesus, but yeah. Second, we have the Rockets, the number two seed. They playing the Warriors in their series, and I don't know, Ume, some May. That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay. So I think the Warriors took that one. Um, the third series on the West Coast is the Lakers, the number 3 seed, and the Timberwolves, the number 6 seed. Mr. Ant, what y'all call him? Ant Man, Rudy Gobert. I call him Cinder Block Feet. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think I might have to show some receipts because Rudy Gobert, y'all got Rudy Gobert looking like a basketball player. Good lord. The Timberwolves took that game, and now we got Denver, the Nuggets, number 4, and the Clippers, they're number 5. James Harden, Kawhi, Denver. Who's over there? Coca-Cola, Russell Westbrook. Um, what happened, Clippers? What happened? So that's where we at with the series, guys. I'm liking all the series. We're gonna have some conversation about them right now. So let's switch on down here. Jack, I know you don't watch a lot of basketball, but you know, I watch basketball and football now. But my team, I'm not paying that extra $3 to watch them lose. Mm-mm. All right, so
Well,
that's
I
what our
watch them
series.
only if I'm not busy, and this home stuff has been keeping me on my toes.
Yeah, that's why I see. You can't get involved with stuff like that. It's taking up too much of your time. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the strength, nor do I have the medication to deal with all this extra stuff. Okay? Mm-mm. So, just a little announcement, you guys. The Pistons gonna be back in New York, back with the Knicks 4:30. Okay. Clippers, they're gonna be back with the Nuggets. This is game 2, if I'm not mistaken. The Knicks is looking real good. I'm liking the way you probably don't know these names, but I'm liking the way I call him Cat. What they call him Cat. Carl Anthony Towns, and Bronson, and what's it? Don't they got? Ain't Josh Hart over there? I think Josh Hart is over there too. They're blending together pretty good. They just gotta tighten up. And now the Clippers, I've been watching them, and what? I don't know. Y'all collapsing. Y'all collapsing. You supposed to be peaking. Don't do that. Stop playing with your food and go on do what you gonna do and then let it be what it is. You know, we all wants to win, but come on, don't do this right here. Sorry. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, the Miami Heat is playing. Excuse me. The Cavaliers, right? Yeah, Miami Heat's playing the Cavaliers. Miami Heat was number 10. This is the first time in history that a number 10 team has made its way into the playoff, according to the NBA ESPN statistics. Okay, I just want to give out some shouts to the Miami Heat. What was it? Tyler Hero and Bam for making it out of the play-in into the playoff without Jimmy Butler. And that ain't throwing no shade on Butler, but you know, congratulations. I don't know if you know them, Jack. Miami, you know, down there where Dwayne Wade, I know you know Dwayne Wade, used to play. And Jimmy Butler looking
I
like
know about Miami.
Django. You know, they used to have Django.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he playing in San Francisco now against the Rockets. But I just want to give them a shout out because Everybody's setting history this year. We got a whole bunch of points being made, milestones being set. You coming out of the 10 spot and you playing the Cavaliers, one of the number one teams in the league. I hope you survive, man. Pay your fare. Pay your fare. That's gonna be a hard task. You go from playing the number one team in the East, Jackie. Can you imagine that?
Not pay your fare.
You better be there, okay? You better be there. Ooh. What was they 60? They won 60 some games. I want to say 64, 65 games because I think the Thunder had 68 games at the end of the year. But yeah, they was right in there with the Thunder, and now you playing them from number 10. Okay, I'm not hating. Shout outs. So next on our agenda is Mr. Hall of Famer Joe Dumars. He is finalizing a deal to become the new president of basketball operations of the New Orleans Pelicans. Oh Lord Jesus! What he gonna be the president of basketball operations of the New Orleans Pelicans, the professional team? You know who I'm talking about, Jackie? The Pelicans
I heard of them.
in New Orleans. Zion Williamson. See, they used to have what's that Ingram over there, C.J. McCollum. Who else they got over there? Um, the coach is I think his name is Green, if I'm not mistaken. So Mr. Joe Dumars, Hall of Famer, is now finna take over the basketball operations position with the Pelicans. And the only reason why I say, oh my goodness, is because the Pelicans ain't been doing nothing. They have a couple of good games. Y'all can say what you want to, Mr. T Price, Old Head Podcast, Ron. Y'all can say what you want to and laugh at me all you want to, but you ain't gonna tell me that Mr. Williamson didn't get no call in the third or fourth quarter, and within 2 minutes of the beginning of that quarter, and everything changed. Okay? Yeah, he got a phone call at timeout. He just coming out of a timeout. The phone call came in. Okay? And y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but the New Orleans Pelicans haven't been doing nothing. They didn't even make the play-in. So I want to see how this gonna work out. Let's see. It says Dumars was president of the Pistons from 2000 to 2014, building the 2004 Detroit championship team. Now he returns home to Louisiana. So he built the 2004 championship Detroit Pistons. So maybe he's gonna take he's taking his talents over here to the Pelicans and see what he can do. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's see. This was kind of fascinating to me because when I read it, I was like, who these boys is right here? And come to find out, they are the G League champions. Hold on, Jack. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, this is the G League champions. And when it said Kings, I'm like, the Kings ain't won no doggone championship. And then I had to do a little research. So this is the G League Kings 24-25 champions. And they happen to have the same name as the Sacramento Kings. But they out of Stockton. That's around my old neighborhood. We just want to give them a shout out. We're gonna keep it moving. Uh-oh. Who that is, Jackie? You know that man right there?
What man?
You
Ain't
don't know
that
that
Michael
man right
Vick?
there? Uh-huh.
You mean they let Michael Vick talk about football? I mean, as
He's the
well as
coach. He's
being
the
a
head
coach?
coach. He's the head coach, young lady at Norfolk. Norfolk.
Mm-mm.
Now they finna do a docu series about Mr. Vick. Okay.
They better leave him alone.
Mm. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm kind of proud because now he can tell his side of the story. But I want to know how much of his side of the story is going to be, pure.
They gonna edit his stuff.
But we do want to recognize Mr. Michael. You stood on your square. You did your thing. And now you back. You the head coach. Norfolk State University. Football. Hmm. Okay. Now, let's see who we got on the next one. We got, I think her name is Nikaya. I can't say this shit. Nika. Nikamuhl. She's out for the season. If y'all remember, she's new to, yeah. She's recovering from an ACL tear. Oh my God. The ACL, you don't never want to hear that, right?
Not
You
at
don't
all.
never want to, not at all. You know, but she's recovering from an ACL tear. She's going to be out for the season. She just came from the Turkish League Club 2024. I ain't gonna say she's new to the WNBA, but she was just getting her feet planted, and so unfortunately, ACL tear. So she's gonna be out for this season. Get well soon, baby girl. All right, who that is over there with his arms crossed like he ain't got no problem? He looking straight up and down with his eyes on you. Who that is? Mm, who that is? That's Mr. Rob Palinka, if I'm not mistaken. Let me put my glasses on. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah, that's Mr. That's Mr. Man that said that he was grateful when they was doing the interview with JJ now, not from Good Time. You know who I'm talking about. He said he was grateful that he made the decision to sign a certain person. So people been talking about Mr. Rob Palinka might be losing his job. Y'all been this narrative. Mr. Rob Palinka, what he doing? It's the front office. That's why the Lakers ain't no good. Y'all need to get rid of Rob Palinka. Okay? So unfortunately for that narrative, I don't think that's gonna happen. Partners, Mr. Rob Palinka has signed a contract extension with his new title as president of basketball operations, along with the general manager. Shut you down with facts. Yeah. Stop complaining about the Lakers front office, and this man has just become the president of basketball operations. I'm sorry, Jack. You haven't heard this side of me. Yeah, oh yes you have.
I work with you, remember?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I brought that up because there's a narrative been going around for the last 2 3 years and 2 3 days that the front office needs to, do something. Well, he's been doing something, okay? He's been doing something so well that they just gave him a new title of president of basketball operations. So y'all people spreading that narrative about Rob Palinka needs to be fired. You need to shut your channels down. How about that? I said it. hmm I said it. hmm If I take some more medication, you're gonna hear a whole lot of more stuff. Partner. I'm sorry. No, I ain't. No, I ain't sorry. Oh, and to keep it moving, Miss Dominique Malanga, she's 19 years old. She has made history. Well, she set a milestone. Um, she is cat. See, they're gonna have to make me go get my dictionary. Cameroonian born? How do you say that right there? Cameroonian.
Cameroonian.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. She was raised. She's a French raised phenomenon. She becomes the youngest player ever drafted into the what? The WNBA. Come on, girlfriend, do your thing. Salute. She was selected as a second pick. Oh Lord, this girl got game. She was a second pick because they just had the WNBA draft. I want to say it was last weekend. Yeah, but she was the second pick. She's going to the Seattle Storm. Okay. Salute, Dominique Malanga. We're going to keep it moving. Uh-oh. All right. Now, Jackie, you might want to go take a break now, baby, because we finna push the button, okay? Let me get my
Oh,
medication. We
okay.
finna push we finna push the button. I mean, you ain't got you can drop off the panel if you want to, or you can stay right there and listen, or you can listen in the background while you handle Mr. Jangles. And
Yeah, because he's starting to be a butt right now. But okay.
yeah, Jangles, we're gonna have to get some pictures of you, baby. So Jackie, you need to make that. Maybe put. We're gonna talk in the background, but I want you to drop a little chain on him. It'll be a bracelet, probably that'll fit his neck, or something. We're gonna give him a little something, so a little bling bling. Okay, so he can get some pictures on the
Okay.
hush room, so he can show people how to be quiet. Okay. Thank you, baby, for coming by. You my girl. I'm gonna be on the phone with you after I finish my medication when I wake up. But like I said, you welcome to stay on. But if you want to take a break, and we finna go into gear 2. And I'm already an hour and 13 minutes in. I'm gonna try to go through this. But thank you for coming by, sweetie.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
Alrighty now, let's get back to our agenda. Is that Memphis? Or is that OKC? Oh, that's OKC. OKC. Can you see? Huh? That's who that is right there? Let me see something. I'm going to try to make something work here for a minute. Let me see if I can do this. I'm trying to, upgrade my skill set a little bit. Okay? Let me see if I can make this work. If it don't work, y'all, we still gonna keep it moving. Let's just listen to something for a minute.
Side, backside, sunny side, Phoenix sun, Capri sun, Mohegan sun. The sun about to set. In Lakers divide.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear that one more time. You know, I want to make sure we heard what we heard.
It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort. Lakers in 5. I don't care nothing about no light socket, a court docket, or my empty pockets. Lakers in 5.
What did you just say? A light socket, court document, or empty pocket?
Yeah. It don't matter.
I love it when he does that. Lakers in 5.
I don't look here. You can say SGA, PGA, USA. Lakers in 5.
I expected to hear Shannon Sharp standing up and going like this. OKC, UFC, KFC, Lakers in 5. That's what I expected to hear. But instead, I'm hearing a brother hedging his bet.
Guess what, Stephen A? The Thunder, a Boost Mobile bundle, WWE Royal Rumble. Lakers in 5.
So, Shannon.
What was that one? I need that one again.
It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka. CP3, C3PO, it doesn't matter. Star Wars, and Luke Skywalker, did Princess Leia, bring them on. Tyler Hero, superhero, guitar hero. You can have Harden, you can have a pardon, you can get a garden. White side, back side, sunny side. Phoenix sun, Capri sun, Mohegan sun. The sun about to set. It Lakers in 5.
Okay, y'all.
I don't care nothing
Y'all
about
heard-
the light socket, a court
Y'all heard
docket,
that, right?
or my empty pocket.
Y'all heard that, right? I played that specifically because Tommy right here was trying to throw jabs at SGA, Thunder, you know. And I want to have a conversation about what we witnessed yesterday. Okay? I want to just have a little conversation about what we witnessed yesterday. Okay. Let's talk about Memphis. Okay? Let's talk about Memphis. Let's talk about Memphis. They played OKC, right? Well, I ain't gonna say they played because I think there was only one team playing, and respectfully, you know, we got to call it like it is, partners. So, SGA and Chat and what's the other? Every time I think about this team, I forget that young man's name. But you know, the other big boy, the wall in the paint. They played Memphis, and Memphis, man. You talking about you ain't gonna never play that bad again? You should have never played that bad at all, Mister. You know, I'm not disrespecting you, partner. I have some respect for your game, but I don't know what happened. What? You got all these gestures that you doing with your fingers and your hands, getting you all, you know, in some other kind of situation. But then you gonna come back with this? You gonna come back with this? You got beat by 51 points. 51 points. You got people making $50 million a year. You lost by the same amount as your salary, partner. Don't make me see, please. I can't help but to talk about it. You know, I can't help but to talk about it because you know. You don't want to talk about what my eyes saw back in the 80s and the 90s, but you know, and then you don't want me to talk about what my eyes are seeing in the 2025s, you know. in this Gen generation. Huh? How you gonna get beat by 51 points, young man? On the TV in the playoffs. You know, I don't know what, huh? Make Gigi understand. Because I haven't seen this before. There's only a few times this has happened. That's why I put this on the slide so you can see how many times somebody has just got, I don't know what they call this. I thought they called it the barbecue chicken picnic. Or what is you doing on the TV? So how many times has this happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and you round out the top 5, partner, Mister. You know, can't control your fingers and arms, getting in trouble all the time. Y'all still ain't hit me up with who this coach is. I don't know this man. But y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't got no business getting, man, what was a bad day? You thought you could mess with Mr. HGA? Huh? And man, and Porter, not Porter, Pippen, boy. I was trying to stand up a little bit. Y'all had it going on for a little bit, and now you don't come up here talking all this stuff, making all these gestures at the end of the season when we separate the men from the boys, and you get, man. Yesterday was y'all need to write the script. We had people getting spanked and kneeling and proposing on the same day. Huh? All this talking, all this gesturing, and all this what you got, man, please. You come up to the big, and I ain't trying to embellish, you know. I'm rocking with SGA, whether it was 50 or 1 point, I don't care. But I'm just saying, you know, there's a what. Well, I don't want to say it, but you don't lose like this in the public. I'm sorry, y'all. But if we're gonna be real, let's just be real. You know. 51 points. How many points did? Let me look at this right here. Yeah. Yeah, we finna get surgical. Yeah, come on. We finna get surgical. Let me see if I got that information. That's for the Lakers. How many points did? I want to say he had 37 points. I'm going to look it up, but I'm going to keep the discussion moving. Y'all hit that like button. Drop me a comment. Okay. SGA, he played 23 minutes. He got 15 points. He was 4 out of 13. But it looks like Mr. Chat, Mr. Holmgren. Yeah. Mr. Holmgren, he played 21 minutes. They not even playing the whole game, y'all. and they getting doubles. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds. Lord have mercy. 2 assists. Yeah. This sounds like some slow cooking right here. You know, everybody, yeah, you get a point, you get a point. I got a call, you get a call, kind of situation. You know what? I'm trying to help y'all out, Grizzlies. Let me see where the differential was. Look like man, they had y'all every quarter except for the fourth quarter. First quarter, they OKC outscored the Grizzlies by 12. Second quarter, they outscored the Grizzlies. The OKC outscored the Grizzlies by 20, 16 and 36. On the third quarter, the Thunder outscored the Grizzlies 40. It was 20 something points, y'all. 44 to 27, and then they tried to come back a little bit. The Grizzlies did try to stop them out a little bit. On the fourth quarter, it was 17 points. Memphis scored 17 points, and OKC scored 19 points. Lord God, that's that slow cooking. That's that slow cooking. You be like, man, I got to go back out here again. Yeah, go on, take a whooping like a man. Yeah, I said it. You put it out there. I keep telling y'all, I ain't got to look for no content. All I got to do is turn the computer on and let the tab pop up, and it's going to be like boom, 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 boom. Every day, all day. Madness. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. So the finalists, the list came out yesterday. So we just want to acknowledge some of the finalists. And this looks like the 6th man. We got Beasley. We got Jerome. We got, who is this? Payton. 6-man finalists. Okay, what y'all thinking? I haven't been watching the Boston set. I ain't gonna even front. See, that's how real I am. I ain't gonna even front. I haven't been watching Payton. No, I got a few glimpses of Ty. Now Detroit Beasley, yeah, okay, somewhat familiar. So, y'all think that's fair? Any ideas? Any suggestions? Substitutions? You know? But this is what the NBA is doing as far as the 6th man. I'm liking Beasley. And that's... So we'll see what happens. We're gonna keep it moving. Y'all hanging there with me? Get your popcorn. If you want to donate, my information is scrolling across the screen. We're gonna keep it moving though. Okay, the NBA that came out with the MVP finalists. Okay, everybody got a situation going on with the MVP situation. He's on fire. Yeah, he been on fire. But I mean, this ain't nothing new. But we gonna make the announcements and have a little hush room, quiet time conversation. I don't have no problem with neither candidate. It's just. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And you know what I mean when I say what I mean? You know? So, MVP 24-25 finalists. We got Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm sorry, Giannis, if I mess your name up, baby. Nothing like that, but I'm sorry. Like, you know, if I mess your name up. I'm bad with names sometimes. But Mr. Giannis, the Greek Freak, is a finalist. Mr. Shea Gilgeous Alexander from the Thunder is a finalist. And Mr. Nikola Jokic, I call him Coca-Cola, from the Mile High City, I believe that's Denver, are the 3 finalists for the MVP. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? SGA is on the #1 team in the West right now. Mr. SGA just, it's not just them. The coach is just, he's moving chess pieces, and I don't want to embellish it, but it looks good to see these young men, just play your game. You ain't got to, I ain't got to be on ESPN. Go and do your thing. I'm over here, okay? I'm focused. It's good to see that every now and then, as opposed to looking at this other stuff. Same thing with Giannis and Nikola. Now, Nikola's situation, man, no, come on now. Don't get distracted. We know what the problem is. You can't do it like that. You can't do it like that. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. You balling, yeah, you balling. You got power, and I understand, but we can't do it disrespectfully, okay? I'm gonna leave it like that. Mr. Giannis, I don't know. Y'all might need to have another meeting. Keep doing your thing. It's gonna come together. Stand on your square. It's gonna come together. And you might have to, swerve when you're supposed to be doing something else, Oh, and I ain't saying that as far as, just keep your head on straight, stay focused. Just so we separate the men from the boys, you guys, and see. The reason why I'm so invested in this because I want to see what these ratings are gonna do. I want to see what these teams gonna do. Okay, moving on to the clutch player finalists for the 24-25 year is Mr. Jalen Brunson, Mr. Anthony Edwards, and Nikola. Is that you again? You on 2 lists? Okay, do your thing then. So this is clutch player of 24-25. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, cause we gotta be factual. They looking for in it. If I don't dot the I and cross the T, you don't know what you're talking about. Look at it. You didn't put no dot up there. I'm just playing, y'all. But didn't Jalen just come back? He was out for a minute, if I'm not mistaken. Remember that. Okay. Clutch player. Now, let me make it clear. My definition of clutch is, I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's got to be a few seconds, okay? Ain't that clutch? We can't be, unless y'all just gonna shut them down and they ain't gonna never score no more from 2 minutes in. But I thought clutch was, 20 seconds or less. Sometimes it's 10 seconds or less, okay? Sometimes it's 1 second. I seen, Mamba, when that way, how many seconds was on the clock? I thought it was red. When it, so I don't know what y'all definition of clutch, but if we going with that reasoning, yeah, Jalen. And I don't know, you got to be consistent now, partner. I know what the narrative is, and you all upset because somebody done told you what they said about you, and you just gonna show somebody something. Okay, that's fine. That's a good little narrative, okay? But what you gonna do? I ain't gonna say it is gonna. But what you gonna do when that flame run out? Okay, you gonna dig deeper than that, unless you just keep it on. Keep it. That's all I'm looking for. Consistency. Nah, Mr. Coca-Cola, Nicola. We already spoke about your situation. Ain't got no more to add to that. Congratulations. You on the double thing, huh? Alrighty. What we got going on here? Oh, Lord Jesus. Not Coach of the Year. That scared me. Y'all believe this list? Help me out. Have I been duped? Is this the wrong slide? Tell me something. I got this from the NBA, okay? How come? Oh, okay. I guess Boston ain't. I don't see the Boston man. So according to the NBA, here are the finalists for Coach of the Year. Mr. Kenny Atkinson, Coach of the Cavaliers. You even tried to attach yourself to their success. Talking about you glad that you set the trend, laid the framework. I don't know what kind of gibberish you was talking about, trying to attach yourself to their success. And that was what, 20 years ago? 10, 11, 27, 11? Man, come on. But I ain't gonna get distracted, because every other man plays too easy. Okay, and then we got J.R. Bickerstaff, a coach of Detroit Pistons. He said he's not finna let y'all continue to disrespect his players. We gonna get some respect. In the post game, look it up. Ask Siri, Lexi, to take you to it. Yeah, he said it. I should have got that video too. And then we have the other finalists, the third finalist, Mr. Ime, who may, some may say he may, Udoka, Houston Rockets. I ain't getting into all your personal business and nothing like that, but just the Warriors. Yeah, the veteran team that people, yeah. Just the Warriors. I'm not putting no, embellishment on it. And come on now. That's the problem with some of our game plans. We're not equipped. It's the first game, I know that. I'm not calling it. I ain't saying you out of it. But just don't forget who you playing, partner. Right? And I ain't saying Steph Curry, Superman, Bionic Man, and none of that, But I'm just saying, man. But he is the third finalist in the Coach of the Year. So whatever you're doing got you in the finalist for Coach of the Year. Come on now, tighten up, Cletus. All right, let's keep it moving. Most improved. Most improved finalist. Who that is? That's Mr. K. Cunningham. Dyson Daniels from Atlanta. And Mr. Zubac from the Clippers. I ain't gonna even front. Zubac, he got game. He got game. He got game. I don't know why y'all just didn't take stop. Y'all need to start playing with your food. But congratulations. Most improved. This is the one I want to talk about. Defensive Player of the Year. That DPOY. Look at this, y'all. Who we looking at? We're looking at the Hawks. Mr. Dyson Daniels. Look in the middle right there, y'all. He got two names. Mr. Draymond Green, the rank. You know, I ain't gonna do that on my show. You know what I'm talking about. Nola. You know what I'm talking about. And then we got Mobley from the Cavs for the Defensive Player of the Year. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? I don't even have no I'm not gonna do that. But those are your finalists for the Defensive Player of the Year. Which somebody I don't think somebody's not in possession of one of these. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think somebody has not had the privilege of being awarded one of these right here. You know, I might be, needing to do some research, but confirm that, please. Rookie of the Year. On the Spurs. Castle. If I'm not mistaken, it's Stephon Castle. On the Spurs. And then we got the Hawks. Rookie of the Year. Is it Zachariah? Yes. And then on Memphis, Mr. Wells. Rookie of the Year. Mr. Wells. I ain't trying to show no shade, but just don't, man, come on now. Come on now. But congratulations for making it as a finalist. Let's keep it moving. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hit the like button. We almost there. I don't know if we talked about this or not, and I just want to make sure that I'm not, is this real? Booten, man, the one from the Bucks, the coach from the Bucks, went over to the Suns, right? Is this real? They fired him, y'all? Somebody tell me something. I'll be quiet, in the hush room. I'll be quiet. But tell me if this is real or not. Okay? What he gonna do, y'all? But he still gotta get paid. So, where you gonna work at? Help me to understand that. And help me to understand why Mr. Booker and Mr. Durant is not in these games that are being played in the postseason. With all the and you got the man that don't want to do the thing. What's his name? Bradley Bill. I know who I'm talking about. Why y'all got all that talent and what y'all already on vacation? I'm not trying to show them throw no shade, but come on now. This, I don't like that. If I don't like it, I know you don't like it, but maybe you do. Excuse me. If I'm meddling in somebody else's business. But these coaches are jumping around like hipscotch. Getting fired. Getting fired. Getting fired. A week before the playoffs. A day after the playoffs start. They just started, what, Saturday? Sunday? What, man? See, according to the reports, it says, despite having the NBA's highest payroll, the Phoenix Suns crashed out of postseason contention, and now head coach Mike Budenholzer is out the door. Close the door on you, didn't they, Mr. Mike? They closed the door on you. Close the door. I said, close the door. Huh? Oh my God, it's too easy. Suns finished with 36 and 46, and missed both the playoffs and boy. You was man. You missed the playoffs and the play-in, all in the same season. Boy, you should have been packed the night before. I'm just being real. I ain't saying nothing. Okay, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You wasn't even invited to neither the man. You couldn't even go to the pre-party in the play-in, and now you not, and you failed to get an invitation to the post-party, the playoffs. Lord have mercy! In the same season, you telling me you wasn't packed? Now I understand that face you making. You're like, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Huh? Why this ain't working? Or you like, I don't know what the situation is, but okay, we're gonna keep it moving. All right. See, the reason why I got this next statement on agenda is because there's been a whole lot of Batman and Robin conversations going on. And see, Gigi don't like that. I don't like that, y'all. I don't like that. So I thought it was kind of, poetic that we had some Batman and Robin conversation going on up in the Bay yesterday. Thank you, Lord. We're killing all these narratives today. Okay? Mr. Butler, after their win, had a few comments about the Batman and Robin concept that's been pushed around the league, okay? And so we're going to see what the current 2025 analysis is, according to Mr. Butler, about the Batman and Robin situation. So after the win, Mr. Butler made a comment. He said, Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming. Then he just falls from the sky, from a building behind a door. Does some incredible things. Okay, he ain't done yet. Let me just scroll on down just a little bit, okay? Okay. He falls from the sky, from a building behind a door. Does some incredible things. He's going to be the reason we do win it all. We got to protect him at all costs, referring to number 30. Okay, so y'all talking about this Batman stuff. Mr. Butler is also getting in the conversation about this Batman and Robin kind of stuff. He just stamped his teammate as his Batman. What you got to say? I want to hear what you got to say. Why you want to push Kobe being Robin? Why you want to push other people being Robin? Why you come on, stamp it then. Stamp it. 2025. He said he be coming out of buildings on you. Okay, he be shooting from Pluto and Saturn, and Mars. Down the street, round the block. Pier 39 on you. Stop playing. Stop playing. He the reason why you shooting the way you shooting, partner. You fail to realize that? Yeah, disrespecting stuff. Sorry, y'all. Had a pretty good weekend. So you see who's being stamped as Batman in the Bay, okay? See, we got to meet that criteria right there. Why are you trying to stamp somebody as a Robin? You need to go back over there, check out the G rules. Yeah, the G rules. Yeah. And see, we have a criteria now as far as Mr. Jimmy Butler is concerned about his teammate that y'all said wouldn't work. That just beat the Rockets yesterday. Boy, go take your medication. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. And I said it. It's the truth. Y'all talking about these narratives. Oh Lord, what is that on my screen? Somebody getting married, y'all. I'm married now. What is this? This what $1 billion look like? This what professional sports look like? What the problem is? And I don't think this is no AI I think this is real life. Look at this man's face behind this man over here. Who is that right there? He got the face on that is like, this is what professionalism look like. Why? What is the meaning of this situation? Why is the camera on? It's got to be on because we're getting these shots real time. This ain't no, wait 3 hours and go back and watch the highlight. This is in real time. While this situation is going on. Who's getting married? When the date is? Why are you so comfortable down there like that? What you holding your hands up for like that? What the problem is? Look like he said no. I thought that was a commercial. See, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't got to say nothing. You giving me this right here is the information that let's keep it moving. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm trying to understand, is this the definition of what we have come to in this sport? I'm reevaluating, what I am, What is all this right here? What is this? I can't get through the internet without seeing all these pictures and memes. And what is this? Why you keep proposing to people? This is the second picture in a different game. This ain't the same game. This is the second occasion, sir. Now you down on there like you got the, you doing you see, man. Y'all think this is normal? Is this normal? Maybe I'm on the wrong vibration. Uh, Maybe I need to change the lens in my life and reevaluate what I define, as a sport that I did participate in. I ain't bragging on that at all. I did participate in it, and I know a little something, something, but I don't remember seeing this in the rule books. Okay, hmm. What is the purpose? Where did this come from? Did I miss a page? Huh? Is this a new rule? Did they change the what is it, the CBA, whatever that long document is? Work, man. Is this a new play? Man, please. Come on now, y'all. This is not normal. This is not normal. We're gonna keep it moving. Miss Deja Kelly, welcome to Vegas. She's coming in as a guard for the Aces. hmm Like I said, the draft was, I think it was last week, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So we did get Miss Deja. Welcome to the 702, baby. Thank all of you guys for hanging in there with me. Hope you enjoyed the show. We down to that real quiet time. So the full list of all the 24-25 NBA awards finalists is on the community tab for the categories. 6 MVP, Coach of the Year, all of the awards finalists is on the community tab. If you need some clarification, some verification with the links. I had a good time with you guys today. Needed to clarify some things. Oh, you thought you was gonna get away, Cletus. Wait a minute. I just want to make some things clear. Reason why I'm making such an issue of what is going on in LA is because, I don't like that. What that young man said on Belly, I don't like that right there. That's the PG version of what he said. But yeah, I don't like that right there. I can't let it go. It's in my bones, you guys. You have to respect your elders. Do you understand the type of trickery you on, partner? Huh? And allegedly, you kind of look like you like this kind of stuff, huh? Cause we ain't got nothing else. What else we gonna analyze? Huh? Run down blocks. Run down blocks. Yeah, I said it. From line. Okay, I just wanted to throw some numbers at you guys. So the Lakers played the Timberwolves, right? Randall, Daniels, Gobert, Mr. Connolly, and Mr. Edwards. Is that Nas Reed? Is that who that young man is? The Timberwolves had 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 4 players in double digits. Julius Randle has 16 points. McDaniel had 25 points. Anthony Edwards had 22 points. Mr. Reed had 23 points. Mr. Goldberg, he only had 2 points, but he had 6 rebounds. Mr. Conley only had 9 points, but he had 3 assists. And 3 rebounds. Don't see. Come on now. Come on now. They got a lot of help from their bench. What's your name is? What's your name is? X's and O's. And if you would have, you know what this is, right? You got 4 players. And not to throw no shade, but you got Julius Randle in double digits on you. And Randle, he got paid. Don't get it wrong. You know, he's been, I ain't trying to give him no extra, super size. He can play a little bit if he need to, if he will to. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to, downplay nothing he's doing with his career because he's getting paid to do this. But Mr. X to the nose. You got Reed with 23 points. And see, the thing about it, Mr. X and O's, these young men, they ain't playing 48 minutes. That's why it's getting saucy on you. They can go in the bench on you. No, you ain't finna wear me out on the first game. Let's just take this, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. So, let me see what the Lakers was doing. Because somebody told me on the grapevine that somebody was bricking. Y'all was bricking? Huh. Let me see what's going on over here. Somebody told me y'all was trying to blame Luka because look at here. The points say Luka had 37 points. He had as many points as he almost did minutes. He played 40 minutes and got you 37 points. What the problem is? He was almost productive every minute he was on the floor. So what are you talking about? Come on now, you want to do some calculation? What are you talking about, Luka? Jackson Hayes had 1 point. Y'all say he gonna take care of the paint work, the rim work, Yeah, some of y'all even went to the extreme and said that Hayes is better than AD. I don't 1 point. Is this the same young man that you guys are referring to? Because he had 1 point in a playoff game, first game. How about that? Hachimura. Mr. Hachimura. He had 9 points. Why? Man, you can't, man. I feel man. Why you let him cross you up like that? And you just sit down. You sit down on the floor. Did your ankles get wobbly? What happened? Don't do that. This is the playoff. Mr. James had 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Couldn't get that 20 mark, but you did get that double. Salute. See, you got that. You got the 19 points. But why couldn't you was big on what? See, that overshadows them 19 points because I don't understand why you doing this on the TV. Have I seen you do this before? I think I have. But was it a playoff game? I think it was. Mr. Austin Reeves, he had 16 points. He played 37 minutes. He had 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Finney Smith. Huh? Who? Finney. Sir, you had 3 points. Mr. Gabe Vincent, you was in that same boat with him with 3 points. And y'all playing 30. Finney, you played 32 minutes, and Mr. Vincent, you played 25 minutes, and you mean to tell me you only got 3 points in 25 minutes? What? Huh? What? I don't. Whew. This ain't gonna work for the playoffs, y'all. You know it ain't gonna work. You can call me, tickle-tackle, snap a chat, send me a DM or whatever. The numbers don't lie. This kind of performance is not going to work in the playoffs. Unless y'all know something I don't know. Bryant, how many minutes you played, young man? You played 3 minutes. And you got 0 points, 0 assists, and 0. What? Wait a minute. This got to be a typo. Huh? This got to be a typo. You played 3 minutes, and why come all the columns you got the 0 on it? Was it on the timeout time that you was out there playing? Huh? Explain that to me. You know, I did see the shot, but you know. This the playoffs, young man. This is supposed to be what the whole situation and goals is supposed to be about. You got to get past, you know. This is a series. Don't think it's gonna get no better. No, it ain't gonna get no better. Lord have mercy. And then Goodwin, he played 6 minutes and he had 1 assist, no points, and no rebounds. Who is Lord, I almost said it, y'all. But I just wanted to put that out there. Come on, Lakers now. I know y'all think I'm hating, but I ain't hating. Y'all know this ain't the formula. This ain't the H to the O. Unless they've changed the formula. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they changed the formula and I don't know nothing about it. So I got to get updated. You know, I got to do an update. You know, like you do on your cell phone. Maybe I need to do an update. So my eyes and my thinking and my rationale can consume and process what I'm looking at on these basketball courts. It don't look, it maybe, huh? Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out. I don't mean no harm, but I don't like no bullies. I don't like no bullies. No, it's the same thing. The book say ain't nothing new under the sun, and you still trying to, you know, make a dream reality. And it's not happening, partner. And that's just the truth. I'm sorry, y'all. It was a long show today. But I just wanted to make something clear. Because this behavior is just permeating out of the social medias and the YouTubes and the Snapchatters, love songs and TikTokers, you know, love songs. And then you want to bash somebody because you done with the 90s, you done with the 80s, you done disrespected the 70s, okay? What? I'm sorry. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank everyone for the suggestions, comments. Let's try to have at least some fun looking at some playoffs. I ain't gonna front. These playoff games is a little bit more intense than the regular season. A little bit more intense because I thought it was the Pacers that scored 160 something points in a regular season game. I thought I was watching tennis with a basketball, you know. How you gonna score 162 points in 48 minutes? Make it make sense. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing with the playoffs. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Timberwolves. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Thunder. Hoping, you know, I'm liking what the Cavaliers is doing. Now the Heat, I don't know. Like that Tyler Hero and Bam. So, but Boston, I think this is a must-win year for Boston to solidify that prior championship and your new ownership. Because if your new owner come into a championship team 2 years in a row, I mean that's gonna secure some leverage from a business standpoint. Now, as far as the game is concerned, I mean, Jaylen Brown, Mr. Brown is the MVP, right? So we expect the MVP behavior, aren't we? I mean, is that unfair? You know, Jason, he's playing a little bit, even though they've been trying to break the narrative for the last 4 years, 5 years. They're trying to separate them, which is neither here or there. But so we got to see what they come up with because we do have to respect them as the champs. You don't even have to like it. It is what it is. They are the champs, okay? And they will remain the champs until they are not the champs, and you know what that entails, okay? So let's see what they working with. The Pacers and the Bucks. The Pacers have been like a Achilles heel with the Bucks. I don't know what the problem is with the Pacers. It's like I don't know. I can't calculate that misstep. Somebody help me out with that because they have been knocking the Bucks out of the opportunity to get a championship. So Halliburton, he's playing pretty tight. So the Bucks gonna have to get a win though. You can't go home 0-2. I don't care what you say. You can sketch it out, put Mr. Doc, you can whatever, watch some film, whatever. You cannot go down 0-2. You digging yourself out of a hole, sir. And I know you know that because you've been doing this longer than So let's see what they're gonna do. So it's been nice. Next week, my friend girl, Miss Jackie, will be with us. We'll have a whole lot of different topics, but we are going to continue to build this after hours joint. Okay, that's a whole different vibe. Try not to talk about sports. This is going to be talking about some stuff, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So Y'all drop a prayer for Gigi. I'm just doing what I feel like the vision and what I see. And see, I ain't gonna go there, but that's the problem. Some people can't see past what they see on the TV. Okay, the stuff from the TV becomes how you lead, guide, talk, walk, dress, eat. That becomes your pattern for greatness. Let's see what you fail to realize while you looking at the TV and you hoping and wishing that would be your pattern, for greatness. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and you don't care to know. You just want it, and you gonna get it. Even if I had to propose, let me stop. That's too easy, y'all. I'm gone. Okay. I'll see you next week. Stay blessed. Stay quiet. And with that, I'm gone, y'all.